Hi, ladies. I saw the most interesting video. It didn't have Stitch or anything available, but I thought I would talk about it anyway. And it was someone asking the question, did these men tell men like this, encourage them to say that we weren't any good so that they could finally get at women like us? My answer is wholeheartedly yes. Not only did they tell them that, but the men who look like this fell for it hook, line, and sinker. Now, of course, I'm not talking about all. Those who have women who look like us understand our value. And then the other men basically have said, oh, well, those women aren't useless. And the men who look like this are like, really? They are encouraging these men with everything in them to toss women like us to the side. So it's like your most valuable asset for generations since before slavery, all of a sudden is no longer good for you or good enough for you. And so what they have essentially done is agreed. You're right. You're right. They're not good enough. You should get rid of those women. And baby, they standing around scooping us up left, right, and center. Left, right, and center. And the men don't even see it yet. They don't even see it yet. That they have taken their most valuable, and see, they tend to think that they're their most valuable asset. But you see, baby, the power of a woman, there's nothing like it. There is nothing like it. And the men who have, set out to, oh, well, we're going to get rid of y'all. We don't want nothing to do with y'all. We're going to go here, here, here. We're going to do this. Baby, they fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. And they won't realize it probably for a generation. That generation will die out and realize that when they're ready to mate, that all the women who look like us will be gone. Because you can't stay where you're not appreciated. You can't stay where you're threatened and unhappy. And so you move on to greener pastures, to people who treat you better. And they will tell you they don't treat you better, but the truth of the matter is they do. They treat you better if you get the right one. Now, I'm not saying don't vet. Oh my gosh. Vet, because they can be just as dangerous, if not more so than our own men. So you have to be careful. But there's a lot of them out there, baby, young ones, old ones, different cultures, different places where they cannot wait. It's like they've been waiting on the sidelines for decades. And all of a sudden, a door has opened. And baby, they jumping in and scooping us up left and right. I am amazed. I am amazed at how many there are. And I mean, this is before I even came on TikTok. I've only just started looking at some of the older stuff. I'm like, well, this one's from 4 or 5 years ago. This is a picture. It's a couple that's been together for a while. They're starting to have kids now. I was like, wow. So it's been happening. And the men who look like this, they're still clueless. They swear up and down, we're no good. But what they don't realize is we're not trees. We're not stuck in one place. We can always move around. And they won't see it for a generation. I guarantee you. The men of my generation will have to completely die out, which is happening right now. All right. The lonely men they talk about, they will have to die out. And then the next generation, those coming up now in their 20s, will look around and wonder why there's so few choices for them. So was it a plan? I don't know if it was planned, but it was a case of opportunity, I believe. Hey, you don't want that? You don't want that? Oh, baby, they jumping in and scooping up left, right, and center. Young, old, light, dark, big, small, skinny, whatever. Baby, they've been waiting. Because remember, for generations, the door was closed. Almost none. Such a small percentage that it was rare. Really, really rare. And now you see it every day. So I agree with the thought that, yeah, they're encouraging it. Why wouldn't they? Because that frees up an available resource of women that they didn't have access to for generations. Love you, ladies.